Royal shocker. Princess Leonor confirms marriage plans this September. The Spanish royal family has been rocked by an unprecedented announcement that has sent shockwaves through European monarchies and captivated royal watchers worldwide. In a move that defies centuries of royal protocol and tradition, Princess Leonor of Asturias, heir to the Spanish throne, has reportedly confirmed her intention to marry this September, just weeks after her 19th birthday, in what palace insiders are calling the most dramatic royal development in decades. The revelation, which emerged through carefully orchestrated leaks from sources close to the Zarzuela Palace, has left even the most seasoned royal correspondents scrambling to understand the implications of such an extraordinary decision. What makes this announcement particularly stunning is not just the princess's young age, but the complete departure from the carefully planned trajectory that has defined her life since birth. A crown under pressure. Princess Leonor, who turned 18 in October 2023, has lived her entire life under the microscope of public scrutiny. As the eldest daughter of King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia, she has been groomed from childhood to one day assume the throne of Spain. Her every move has been calculated, her education meticulously planned, and her public appearances carefully choreographed to prepare her for the weight of the crown. Yet according to multiple sources within royal circles, the future queen has made a decision that has caught even her closest advisors off guard. The princess, who is currently completing her military training at the General Military Academy of Zaragoza, has allegedly informed her parents of her determination to marry before the year's end, with September being her preferred timeline. What makes this development even more extraordinary is the identity of her chosen partner, which palace sources have been remarkably tight-lipped about, fueling wild speculation across Spanish and international media. The secrecy surrounding the engagement has led to intense scrutiny of the princess's recent activities and associations, with royal watchers analyzing every photograph and public appearance for clues. Breaking royal convention. The announcement represents a seismic shift in how European royalty approaches marriage and succession. Historically, royal marriages have been matters of state, carefully negotiated alliances that serve diplomatic and political purposes. Even in the modern era, royal couples typically follow established patterns: extended courtships, gradual public introductions, and marriages that occur after the heir has completed their formal education and assumed significant royal duties. Princess Leonor's approach shatters this mold entirely. At barely 19, she would become one of the youngest royal brides in modern European history, surpassing even her own mother, Queen Letizia, who married then Prince Felipe at age 31 after a well-documented courtship. Royal historian drive. Maria Carmen Soto Vasquez of the Universidad Complutense Madrid expressed her astonishment at the development. This is completely unprecedented in the modern Spanish monarchy. The House of Bourbon has always prioritized duty above personal desire, especially when it comes to matters of succession. Princess Leonor's decision suggests either a fundamental shift in royal thinking or circumstances we are not yet aware of. The timing of the announcement has also raised eyebrows among constitutional experts. Princess Leonor is currently in her first year of military service, a tradition that has become integral to preparing Spanish heirs for their future role as Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. To interrupt this training for marriage would signal priorities that diverge sharply from established royal protocol. The mystery groom. Perhaps the most intriguing aspect of this royal bombshell is the complete silence surrounding the identity of Princess Leonor's intended spouse. Unlike previous royal engagements, where potential partners were gradually introduced to the public through carefully managed appearances, this relationship appears to have developed entirely outside the public eye. Sources close to the royal household have provided conflicting information about the mystery groom. Some suggest he is a fellow student from her time at UWC Atlantic College in Wales, where the princess completed her international baccalaureate. Others point to connections made during her military training, while more speculative reports have mentioned everything from European nobility to completely private citizens. The palace's unprecedented secrecy has only intensified media speculation. Royal photographer Carlos Alvarez, who has covered the Spanish royal family for over 2 decades, noted the unusual circumstances. In my experience, the palace always manages these situations with transparency and careful introduction of new family members. The fact that we know nothing about this person suggests either someone completely outside royal circles or circumstances that require exceptional discretion. This secrecy has led to wild theories ranging from the romantic to the pragmatic. Some royal watchers suggest the mysterious suitor could be someone whose identity might prove controversial or politically sensitive. Others wonder if the relationship represents a love match so genuine and unexpected that it has forced the traditionally cautious Spanish royals to abandon their usual careful approach to public relations. Family dynamics and royal pressure. The announcement has reportedly created significant tension within the Spanish royal family. King Felipe VI, known for his measured approach to royal duties and keen awareness of public opinion, is said to be concerned about the implications of such a hasty marriage for both his daughter's future and the monarchy's stability. Queen Letizia, whose own path to royalty was unconventional as a divorced journalist, is reported to be more sympathetic to her daughter's position. However, sources suggest even she has expressed concerns about the timing and the potential impact on Princess Leonor's preparation for her future role as queen. The situation has also placed unusual pressure on Princess Sofia, Leonor's younger sister, who suddenly finds herself potentially thrust into a more prominent role should her sister's marriage and future children affect the line of succession in unexpected ways. At just 17, Princess Sofia has largely remained in her sister's shadow, but these developments may force her into greater prominence sooner than anticipated. Royal insiders describe heated family discussions behind palace doors, with advisors and constitutional experts weighing in on the unprecedented situation. The Spanish constitution allows for royal marriages with government approval, but the political implications of a young heir marrying unknown to the public have created a complex web of considerations that extend far beyond personal preference. Historical context and modern precedents. To understand the magnitude of this announcement, it's essential to consider the historical context of Spanish royal marriages. The House of Bourbon has a complex history of marriages that have shaped the destiny of nations. From strategic alliances that prevented wars to unions that sparked constitutional crises, royal marriages in Spain have rarely been purely personal affairs. The most recent parallel might be found in King Felipe's own marriage to Letizia Ortiz in 2004. That union broke significant ground as Letizia was not only a commoner but also divorced, challenging traditional Catholic and royal conventions. However, even that groundbreaking marriage followed a more conventional timeline, with the couple courting for over a year before their engagement announcement and taking time to introduce Letizia gradually to royal duties and public life. Princess Leonor's situation presents even more complex challenges. As the direct heir to the throne, her marriage carries constitutional implications that extend beyond personal choice. The Spanish constitution requires parliamentary approval for royal marriages, and the political climate surrounding such approval could become complicated if the identity of her chosen partner proves controversial. International precedents offer little guidance for such a situation. While other European monarchies have seen young royals marry, those cases typically involved family members lower in the line of succession. For a direct heir to announce marriage plans at such a young age, while still completing basic royal preparation, represents uncharted territory in modern European monarchy. Political and constitutional implications. The announcement has sent ripples through Spanish political circles, where questions about the monarchy's future role have become increasingly prominent. Spain's political landscape, already complex with regional independence movements and changing attitudes toward traditional institutions, now faces the additional challenge of a royal succession that may unfold quite differently than anticipated. Constitutional lawyers have begun analyzing the potential implications of Princess Leonor's marriage plans. While the Spanish constitution provides mechanisms for royal marriages, the practical application of these procedures to such an unprecedented situation raises numerous questions. The requirement for government approval, traditionally a formality, could become politically charged if the identity of the princess's chosen partner proves controversial. Political observers note that the announcement comes at a time when the Spanish monarchy faces ongoing challenges to its relevance and popularity. King Felipe has worked tirelessly to restore the monarchy's reputation following the scandals that marked the end of his father Juan Carlos's reign. Princess Leonor's marriage plans, depending on how they unfold, could either reinforce the monarchy's connection to modern Spanish society or create new controversies that undermine its stability. The timing is particularly sensitive given Spain's current political climate. With coalition governments becoming the norm and regional tensions remaining high, any development that affects the monarchy's image could have far-reaching political consequences. The mystery surrounding Princess Leonor's partner has already sparked speculation about whether this situation might be leveraged by various political factions for their own purposes. Media frenzy and public reaction. The announcement has triggered an unprecedented media frenzy, with Spanish and international outlets scrambling to uncover details about the mysterious engagement. Social media has exploded with theories, rumors, and speculation, creating a perfect storm of public interest that the palace has struggled to manage. Public reaction has been notably mixed, reflecting broader Spanish attitudes toward the monarchy and changing social norms. Younger Spaniards, many of whom see Princess Leonor as a relatable figure who represents their generation, have expressed support for her right to make personal choices about her life and future. Older generations and traditional monarchists, however, have expressed concern about the departure from established protocols and the potential implications for royal stability. The complete secrecy surrounding the identity of Princess Leonor's intended spouse has only intensified public curiosity. Spanish tabloids have launched extensive investigations, analyzing every aspect of the princess's recent activities for clues about her mysterious partner. Paparazzi have increased their surveillance of locations associated with the princess, hoping to capture the first photograph that might reveal the identity of the future consort. International media have also seized on the story, with British, French, and German outlets providing extensive coverage of what many are calling the biggest royal story of the year. The global attention has put additional pressure on the Spanish royal family to provide clarity about the situation while maintaining their stated commitment to privacy. The September timeline mentioned in the initial reports adds another layer of complexity to an already unprecedented situation. Such a rapid timeline would require extraordinary coordination and planning, suggesting that these marriage plans have been in development for some time, despite the apparent secrecy. Wedding planners and royal protocol experts have expressed amazement at the logistical challenges involved in organizing a royal wedding within such a compressed timeframe. Royal weddings typically require months or even years of planning, involving security arrangements, diplomatic considerations, venue preparation, and countless other details that ensure the event meets both personal desires and state requirements. The choice of September also raises questions about the princess's military training and academic commitments. Interrupting her service at the General Military Academy would be unprecedented and might require special dispensation from military authorities. Similarly, any academic commitments or royal duties scheduled for the autumn would need to be rearranged or cancelled to accommodate wedding preparations. Some observers have speculated that the September timeline might be driven by external factors not yet revealed to the public. Whether personal, political, or practical considerations are driving such urgency remains a subject of intense speculation among royal watchers and constitutional experts. Looking forward, implications for the Spanish monarchy. As Spain grapples with this extraordinary development, the long-term implications for the monarchy remain unclear. Princess Leonor's decision to marry at such a young age and in such an unconventional manner could represent either a modernizing evolution of the institution or a departure from traditions that have provided stability and continuity for generations. The success or failure of this unprecedented approach will likely be judged not just on personal happiness but on its impact on the monarchy's role in Spanish society. If Princess Leonor's marriage proves to be a genuine love match that resonates with contemporary Spanish values while maintaining respect for royal traditions, it could strengthen the monarchy's connection to modern Spain. However, if the secrecy and unusual circumstances create ongoing controversy or undermine public confidence, the consequences could be far more serious. The mystery surrounding her chosen partner will eventually be resolved, and that revelation will undoubtedly shape public opinion about both the princess and the monarchy as a whole. Until then, Spain watches and waits as one of Europe's most important royal houses navigates uncharted waters in pursuit of a future that promises to be anything but conventional. As September approaches, all eyes will be on the Zarzuela Palace and the young woman whose personal choices have suddenly become matters of constitutional and historical significance. In choosing love over convention, if that is indeed what has happened, Princess Leonor may be writing a new chapter not just in her own life, but in the story of the Spanish monarchy itself. The coming weeks will undoubtedly bring more revelations about this royal shocker that has captivated not just Spain, but royal watchers around the world. One thing is certain, September 2025 will be remembered as a turning point in the modern history of the Spanish crown, regardless of how these extraordinary events ultimately unfold.